Hello, I'm David Waller.
And I'm Cora Graves, and this is Clayton County Schools Today. Local officials and celebrities recently took time off from their busy days to read to our students. Our cameras were at several of the schools, and we have the highlights. Our star students have been named for 2012. We'll tell you who they are and give you the names of this year's countywide star student. And now that spring is in the air, our seniors are thinking about college. We'll tell you about a couple of events to help them prepare. These stories and much more are just ahead on Clayton County Schools Today. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this month's program.
We kick things off this month with our annual Celebrity Read. More than 100 volunteers from our business and community partners reported for duty at various elementary schools across our county. They included police officers, system officials, professional athletes, business leaders, and military officials. Read Across America Day is an annual celebration designed to remind our students of the importance of being a good reader. The day was selected for the celebration because it is also the birthday of the man most of us know as Dr. Seuss. This year's volunteers were asked not only to read to students, but to tell them how reading was important in their professional lives. This day is always as much fun for the volunteers as it is for the students, and once again this year, we appreciate their time and their devotion to our children.
Students representing about half of our schools showed off their reading skills and much of what they are learning through reading at our spring academic gallery opening. This is the fourth such event this year, and each time it just gets bigger and better. As always, the celebration began with a student performance and ribbons for those participating. Then guests were invited back to have a look around the gallery and to hear about some of the projects our students have been working on. Notice that it's not just the subject matter these kids are learning, it's also the technology.
My project was on a PowerPoint. We did a Civil War movie, how the country was divided. We talked about causes of the Civil War, important books and theater in the Civil War. We also talked about the first shot and Lincoln's plan to emancipate the slaves.
The academic gallery has become a hallmark of our system under Dr. Heatley's administration. If you haven't attended one yet, keep an eye on Channel 24 for announcements about upcoming gallery openings.
Another group of 8 outstanding Clayton County students was recently recognized for their accomplishments. Each year, the Rotary Club of Clayton County and the Clayton County Chamber of Commerce recognize our star students. In case you don't know, the star student in each high school is the student who scores the highest on the SAT test. This year's honorees are Tham Lam from Forest Park, Attila Ali from Jonesboro, DeAndre Waller from Lovejoy, Michael Holliday from Morrow, Amanda Johnson from Mount Zion, Jessica Ofor from Monday's Mill, Danica Mans from North Clayton, and Kaylin Wilson from Riverdale High. Each star student also gets to pick a star teacher who has supported their efforts over the years. This year's county-wide star student was Michael Holliday from Morrow High School. After graduation, Michael will be attending Georgia Tech and plans on majoring in math. Congratulations to all these outstanding students.
And while we're on the subject of college, dozens of them were on hand for our annual Unity in the Community College Fair and Step Show. This free event for our students is always a big hit, and hundreds of students from every grade level came out to look at potential places for them to continue their education. The Step Show, which followed the college fair, welcomed about 1,000 guests this year, and you can catch that event in its entirety coming up in about 40 minutes here on Channel 24.
And in keeping with our college theme, the Department of Guidance and Counseling hosted a scholarship workshop recently at the Cathy Professional Learning Center. Students and their parents were invited in, and counselors helped them find and apply for scholarships at colleges and universities across the nation. This is part of Superintendent Heatley's $50 million scholarship challenge. In case you aren't familiar with it, the superintendent has challenged this year's senior class to earn $50 million in scholarship money. All of this, of course, leading up to our graduation ceremonies next month at the Georgia Dome. The festivities will begin this year with Jonesboro High School seniors marching at 8:15 the morning of Monday, May 21st. Forest Park seniors will pick up their diplomas at 10:45. Monday afternoon at 1:15, it will be time for Morrow High seniors to shine, and the day wraps up with Mount Zion High's graduation Monday afternoon at 4:30. Riverdale will kick things off Tuesday morning, May 22nd at 8:30. That will be followed by Monday's Mill High at 11 o'clock. The seniors of Lovejoy High will take center stage at 2 o'clock Tuesday afternoon. North Clayton's celebration will be at 4:30. And Drew High's first graduating class will wrap things up Tuesday evening at 7 o'clock.
Spring is always a busy time for our system, and this year is no exception. You are looking at scenes from this year's E3 Summit. The 3 E's are educating, engaging, and empowering. This second annual event was sponsored by the Office of Federal Programs and Title I. The E3 Summit is a half-day event designed to help parents learn better ways to help their students. A variety of sessions are available to both parents and students, and they can choose which ones they want to attend. There were also nearly 50 vendors with booths set up around the school, ready to talk to participants about services offered by local governments and businesses. This year's event was well attended, but there is always room for more. So look for information on next year's E3 Summit in the fall.
Point South Elementary is getting a jump on the implementation of the new Common Core curriculum. It's one of the topics discussed at their recent curriculum night. This event was incorporated into PTA night at the school. Parents got a lot of valuable information on upcoming testing and some of the changes that will be implemented in the curriculum in the coming years.
Lee Street Elementary recently hosted its Empowering Fathers Workshop. This is the 3rd year the school has held the event. Sometimes it's just a little harder to get the fathers involved in the students' education. This 3-hour event is specifically targeted at the men and how they can help their students be successful.
We hear a lot about bullying these days. It can be very frightening to parents. A workshop at Drew High School recently was designed to help parents and students learn strategies to recognize and deal with bullying. The event also discussed peer pressure and how to avoid being pressured into things. Many of our schools are having these kinds of special events, incorporating them into PTA meetings. If you aren't a member of the PTA at your child's school, you certainly should be.
The BioBus recently made a stop at the Elite Scholars Academy in Morrow. The bus is staffed by students and graduate assistants from Georgia State University. They were there to talk to the students about forensic analysis. This is pretty advanced stuff, including blood typing and DNA testing. The students here love the experiments they got to perform, as well as learning a little bit about their DNA. We want to add our thanks to the folks at Georgia State University for taking the time to come down and help our students get a world-class education.
And finally this month, we visit Arnold Elementary School for their Family Read. We've covered this event before, but it's just a time for families to get together in the School Media Center, pick a good book, and read together. Many of our schools do similar things, and it's a great way to not only have some quality time with family, but also to help these young students learn the importance of reading. And that's going to do it for us for this month.
But we'll be back soon with highlights from this year's commencement ceremonies. You don't want to miss that.
And we'll see you then.